Welcome back. 3 new cases of COVID-19 in a Queensland border town has triggered a new warning from Annastacia Palaszczuk. Georgia Simpson is live for us from the Gold Coast. Georgia, where did these cases come from and what's the Premier saying about them?
Ash, good afternoon. The Premier has given a warning to all Queenslanders saying if you're unvaccinated then the virus will hunt you down, and these latest cases all recorded in Goondiwindi are just a perfect example of that. Goondiwindi is a town of about 6,000 people and it has the highest vaccination rates in Queensland. More than 93% of the population there have had their first dose and 83.5% are fully vaccinated. Of the 3 cases recorded there today, 2 are unvaccinated and 1 has just had their first dose. 1 is a case of a known cluster. The second was out in the community for 5 days, and the third, a woman in her 30s, was out in the community for 4 days. Because vaccination rates are so high in this town, there will be no restrictions or lockdowns imposed. Premier Annastacia Palaszczuk has said today that she is concerned about vaccination rates in parts of North Queensland and Central Queensland, but overall she is pleased to see an increase in vaccination rates.
All of the southeast is really nearly at over 80%, except for Ipswich, Logan and Beaudesert and the Gold Coast. So the Gold Coast is sitting on around 77.4% first dose, Logan and Beaudesert 74.2% and Ipswich is 76.5%. But we are still concerned about northwest Queensland, far north Queensland up in the Cape communities and central Queensland 70.4%.
There is particular concern for the Gold Coast because we are so close to the border. The bulk of vehicles travelling into Queensland every day come in through the Gold Coast, and that is expected to double to around 40,000 vehicles every day when borders reopen on December 17. Deputy Police Commissioner Steve Golcheski outlined the exact numbers earlier this morning.
Out of the 21,150 vehicles that crossed our border yesterday, 90% of them come across the Gold Coast border. Of the remaining 10%, most of them are coming through crossings such as Goondiwindi. So the Goondiwindi community, as you've heard, has got very high vaccination rates. So we're very confident that with the current restrictions that are in place, that we can get a good outcome in Goondiwindi. I am concerned about areas such as the Gold Coast where we see those low vaccination rates with such high volumes of flow. That will only increase as the border restrictions start to change and we see more flows across. And I've said previously, we expect that 20,000 to more than double one way across our borders as we go forward.
More than 78% of Queenslanders have now had that first dose of the vaccine, so we are getting so close to that 80% mark, and 65.26% have had both doses. Ash.